and welcome to Hustling from Home. I'm Lahari Nanda and I'm going to be your host for this show. I want to begin by telling you a little bit about the objective behind this show. We at founderINDIA want to examine the changes that have been brought about in businesses, both big and small, those functioning in India and transnationally as a result of the COVID-19 lockdown and the consequent directive to work from home. I myself am currently quarantined for the next 10 days because I recently returned from Canada. Now, on to our episode for today. On the show today, we have with us Mr. Amith Prabhu, who is the founder of the PRAXIS Foundation, which is a leading name in the public relations industry. Thank you for joining us, Amith. We're happy to have you on the show. Now, Amith, the public relations industry, as we know it, involves a significant amount of socialization. So, now that the work from home directive has been issued, what changes are being brought about in the day-to-day functions of employees in the public relations industry?
So to start with, public relations doesn't mean socializing. That's a myth, that's a misnomer. Public relations, I've always said, is about 4 C's. It's about content creation, connecting with stakeholders, crisis management, and counsel on reputation. So I don't think all this has to happen face to face. A lot of counsel, a lot of crisis management, connecting with stakeholders has been happening for a long while now on email, on phone, using social media, and that continues. So it's business as usual from that point of view. Yes, there are some areas where people have been used to doing things face to face, but for a while, I don't think that will affect a lot if you don't do things face to face as well.
Now, Amith, you are also the founder of SCORE, which works to train public relations executives, youth, in fact. And you also used to travel to Mumbai prior to the lockdown every week. Ever since the lockdown began, what changes have been brought about? 1, to your travel, and 2, to the functionality of these outlets?
So again, there's enough of technology today to help manage all these things. We have done classes in the past using Skype, using Zoom, and now we'll do them even more than before. And nothing in the world of our business can be run without having to be physically present. A lot can happen by doing things remotely as well. For example, the challenge is a lot of my students come from outside of Mumbai, and every Thursday I would go to Mumbai and spend a day with them. But I had decided any which way to stop my travel 2 weeks ago and reduce it for this month.
So based on what you've just told me, what would you say are some of the challenges and perhaps some of the benefits of working from home for you as a leader and as a manager?
So interestingly, you use the word leader. I don't think of myself as leader of my organization. I think of myself as one of the custodians of our organization and its offerings. Our organization is made of 9 people, 3 in Bombay, 2 of them are on SCORE, 1 on an awards program. And 6 of us, including me, are based in Gurgaon doing the various things we do. In fact, we have always had a very interesting policy. 1, we don't have employees. Everybody is a consultant and part of the organization as an owner in some way or the other. Second is, everybody is very, very responsible and does their task without any hassle or difficulty beyond some amount of follow-up that happens from time to time. So I don't think that has been a challenge at all, and there's no monitoring. Every day, all of us share and exchange mails, whether we're working in office, working from home, working remotely. We share mails with our tasks and how they are moving, where they are progressing. And that's been a common practice for many months, many years now. So that continues the same way.
So going off of the challenges that you've just told me about, what do you foresee for the financial health of the PRAXIS Foundation and of the public relations industry as a whole in light of the lockdown?
So there are 3 kinds of organizations in this world. There are serious organizations, there are non-serious organizations, and there are confused organizations. So serious organizations are those that plan for the future, save money, don't have extravagant expenses, and we belong to that category. There are non-serious who will have a tough time, which means their owners, founders have not taken financial savings seriously. They'll have a tough time. They'll have to do a lot of layoffs in the future. And there are confused organizations. They are not non-serious. At the same time, they depend a lot on daily income coming in as well. And there are examples for those as well. So they will suffer to some extent, the confused ones, because they don't know how to deal with this scenario. The non-serious ones, even if they know how to deal, it's too late now. So I think too bad for them and sad. And the serious ones, and there are many of those, and we are one of those. We are very small, but we are serious. We have enough. I've in fact told some of my colleagues that if we do no event till December 2020 as well, we'll be able to survive, sustain, pay everybody's monthly stipends, salaries, whatever we pay them, and take care of them without a hassle. And even beyond December 2020, we'll have ways and means to do things by monetizing some things we do virtually, online, and things like that as well.
So, Amith, what are some of the industries that will have the most impact on them, whether positive or negative, from the COVID-19 working from home directive?
So to start with, I think manufacturing sector, factories, people who go to a place to manufacture, build, produce things will find the biggest challenge to start with. Second is a lot of hospitality, that's aviation, transport, tourism, hotels, restaurants. They will find it very hard to meet these upcoming challenges and it will take a long while for them to recover. Other than these two, many sectors will be affected. The auto industry has been affected for a long time, housing has been affected for a long time, but people will be cautious. A lot of spending will be controlled. People will take 3 to 4 months at least between April and June, July to take a call on where to spend, how to spend. But at the same time, life has to go on. The show must go on. This is a very unusual time, a time of extremes, right? We have seen happy times, we have seen unhappy times, but this is an unusual time, a time of complete despair, unprecedented in our lifetime, where everything is shutting down at the spur of a moment because one deadly virus has no cure. One deadly virus can take away lives if it has to, and it has done in many other countries. I think India hasn't seen it yet because we were late in the game to get this virus. But I think another 10 days from now, we'll really see the result of what is happening. Either we'll be super lucky and nothing will happen, or we'll be really unfortunate and we'll see a lot of deaths, a lot of lives at stake as the month comes to an end.
Now, a common concern that has arisen amongst all industries is the medical insurance that their employees have at this time. So, what exactly is your company doing to ensure that your employees are protected and have ample healthcare provisions during this time?
So to start with, it's a flu. So nobody in this world has taken insurance for flu, right? This is a rare flu to start with, and nobody is going to give you insurance at this point of time for a new flu that has come up. That's point number 2. Point number 3, like I began saying, all our employees are consultants. They all get a very good salary and they are all advised from time to time to take an insurance of their choice. Some of them have taken, some of them haven't taken. All of us, including me, work as consultants and we all plan our own insurance, our own savings, our own medical care independently. And I don't think that affects us too much, but there are companies, and most big companies have to and give life insurance or health insurance to their employees, and they'll have to re-look at how this is being done for the future. I don't know if this coronavirus was thought of early and covered. I don't think so, but if it is covered, good for them. If it isn't, they'll have to figure out how to do that in the future. But right now, I don't think the cost of coronavirus treatment, if someone gets it, is too much, because the governments have said that they will take care of the costs as well. So I don't think this is a worry or question. The worry and question is what will happen to people in many other sectors who are likely to lose jobs, whose companies are likely to do very badly financially and therefore not able to pay them full salaries or part of their salaries in the future. That's the worry to look at. I don't think insurance is the big worry right now. And in most cases, people have life insurance policies, and if someone dies, they'll get that policy cover, or the family will get that family policy cover in the future as well. So let's hope for the best and hope there are not too many tragedies, not too many deaths, not too many fatalities because of this entire virus attack.
All right, well, that was definitely some very valuable insight, Amith. Thank you so much for joining us here today. And to all of you working from home, keep hustling. Take care.